Hi everybody, it's Stacy from Art Journal Life. Today I'm going to talk to you about Soul Collage. A couple weeks ago I did a video about my favorite books, and this is one of my favorite books about collage. This is a very specific process, and I've kind of adapted it for myself. Plus I don't want to give away their information really. So I've just adapted this for myself. You can find this book on Amazon, Soul Collage. It's by Sina B. Frost. But it's one of my favorite books to thumb through. It's got great photos of collage cards that they use as guidance cards. And she tells you what her whole process is. She was a therapist. So, I mean, you could take a class and learn this, or you can get this book and learn this, and it's a great process. So I thought today I'd just give you an overview of some soul collages that I had done before, and talk about my process and why I like or don't like or whatever it was that I enjoyed about this. So I'm a collage maker through and through. It's one of my favorite things to do. So how I adapted this? Well, I had a time in my life where I ran a dream group. So most of these were dreams that I had, that I recreated for myself so I could have a memory of them. So these, I don't even remember the size of the cards, but whatever these were, these are the size that she suggested making your cards. Which I'll show you what her real cards, the cards that we used, I moved them and now I can't find them. How ridiculous is that? Well, I'll show you in a minute when I get there. So most of these that I had were dreams that I recreated in my group that I ran. So to begin with, in early days, they taught to use rubber cement. I have since decided no rubber cement, and I'll show you why as I go through some of these. So again, this was a dream where the air was somewhat electric and I was jumping off a rock like this. I can't really tell you too much about it. Clearly, I didn't write anything about it here. It's in a journal somewhere. So most of these are just collages. So they're backgrounds and images that I cut out that I loved. Another dream about whatever this is, a cougar? No, a panther maybe. Loved that. This was a really involved dream, and actually this is a copy of the card. It's not the actual card. This is a hawk, a lioness, an image in a mirror. That was kind of a disaster on purpose, and this girl. Again, this became an alter ego for me, but it had to do with a dream that I had. This one was just one that I found that I liked and I made. This had nothing to do with dreaming. This was another dream about soaring on the back of a crane, I think it was. I have a lot of these kind of wild cat dreams, so jaguars, panthers, whatever they may be. These are feathers. There was a horse in the background. So the imagery is what I was interested in. This is just another one. These numbers were important, and this was the mess of the dream that I had in the background. Here's why I didn't like using rubber cement. I found that they all kind of, first of all, they became very fragile and started coming apart. But I found that the rubber cement actually left these marks on my work, and I wasn't really happy about it. This was another one about being in the galaxy, like swimming in the galaxy, I believe I called it. This was just a really cool background that I used. This is another one to show why the rubber cement is not my favorite, because it really turns the images. So this girl with her energy, her lights of energy, was another one. This was just a random girl with this cool background and a feather over her head. Clearly she had on very little, but that wasn't the point to it. I loved the glove. And this is a flying angel, one-eyed angel, and I just kind of love that. So these were just things that I made that were collages. So now that I moved my cards, can you believe that I moved them and I don't see them? I absolutely believe it. I just had them and I'm like, where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Okay. So very cool. So these are the cards. A friend of mine bought some and shared them with me. So these are, I think this feels like it's matte board maybe. So it's a little thick, probably an 1/8 or 1/16 of an inch. It's a little textured here. This side is smoother. I think they had us using the textured side, but honestly, I think I would use the smooth side. So I'm going to show you how I kept my images, or how I keep my images, and talk a little bit about why. So these are all magazine images that I've cut out for myself, and I kind of categorize them. So these are wings, the word soar, and a lot of butterflies in here that I had just cut out random butterflies and stuck them. So I keep them in these plastic envelopes or bags. I recycle things a lot, so that's what I'm using. So these are, for instance, here, this is just a Ziploc bag that I've reused with some cutout images. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a background, and then we're going to talk through some of the images. The reason why I like this size card is because it's big enough to get some of these magazine images on. So that's why I love them. So first you want to do a background. So I had some backgrounds down there underneath all this plastic. So this was my background. So there's a bunch of images that I collected here, but I felt like that black and white image was kind of cool and maybe something I wanted to use, like this one too. I love this quirky person. So I think I'm going to use that first one. I liked it because it was black and white. So this one. So now the idea is, what part of the image do I want? Do I want the window or the stairs? I think I'm going to use the stairs. So I'm going to go in this direction. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to put the glue on my card. And I want to make sure that it's glued enough. Now I'm not using wet glue. I'm using a stick because I don't want to wait for it to dry today. I want you to be able to see the image finished. So I'm just really using a lot of glue stick here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down. Actually, so what I'm going to do is maybe do this and then cut it out after. So I put it on the non-textured side, so the smooth side. And I'm going to use these stairs, this fire escape, as my image. Now I'm just going to grab my scissors and cut around this for now. And later I'll use my X-Acto blade and really trim this off. All right, and I'm going to move the rest of these so they're not in our way. Oh, I love this cat. I think it's a bob, well, maybe not. It's a coon cat, maybe? I'm not sure. But I love that cat. Okay. So now I like to take some images, whatever they may be. So I'm going to roughly go through what I've got here. This would have been another good image too. So here's some animals and some other things in this. There's this little bird that I loved, that little bird. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just randomly pick, but I'm going to dump all these out. So what I do is I spend time cutting out of magazines. When I'm sitting at night and I've got nothing to do, I'm randomly going through magazines and picking images that I like, that might work for my work, whatever. I might not use it for a long time, and then separating them by how they seem to go together. So these are animals, etc., or animal things. Ooh, I'm not going to use that big scary looking, I think that's a rat or something, or a wombat or something. Here's one. For anybody who knows me, this is kind of surprising because I'm afraid of spiders. But I cut those out. Oh, I have this little pig that I have saved for a long time that I loved. And I think I saved this because I thought, oh, that would be cute on him. A sombrero. Oh, another piggy. So these are all things that I just randomly sit at night and trim out and decide if or how I want to keep them. Oh, this is a vulture. I loved that too. Another cat. A frog. Polar bear. Not feeling that today. A goose. A piñata. This cool bird, which I'm going to leave there. Another lion. This cute little flying squirrel, maybe. Little tiny mouse thing. This adorable little bird. Another cat. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. This is the monster from the swamp, I think. Swamp monster. That's pretty scary. I'll save him for when I have a scary dream I want to elevate. Okay, so now I could use, I don't think I want that. I just go by feeling. This is a very intuitive type process, right? So I'm just going by how I feel when I look at any of these, what I would want to incorporate. I'm not feeling the cat love. I don't think that either. Maybe that. So I have some other cutouts here. I'm going to keep just quickly going through them. So I use any plastic bags and I work them together. So like this one is food. There's this nice cupcake here. Ooh, maybe I'm going to use that. So here's a hint. When you're cutting things out, and if you find things you like, I take them and I make copies of them so I can reuse them if I want to. So this is all food. This isn't a cupcake. It's, well, I guess it is, with a little scoop of ice cream on top. So if there's something you're really partial to or you're afraid to use because you love it so much and you know, you feel like you want to save it, you can always make copies of them and save them for future use. It's one of my favorite things to do. So these had some backgrounds in them. I'm going to not use those. Let's see if I can find anything else that's of interest here. I love this section because this was body parts. This came from a National Geographic with all these ears and eyes and mouths that somebody was making out of silicone, which I thought was interesting. These are just random talisman sort of things that could be used like that. A can. This is a rug and some chairs, so some furniture in that one. I have some wings that I saved. Let's see what's in here. If there's anything all that exciting in here. Oh, oops. That is my drink I keep hitting. I bring it up here with me. So I have flowers and fruits and then some fish. I think we're going to go with what we have. And actually there's some wings too over here. So maybe, I think we'll go with the ones we've got. Maybe the people, I'm not sure. So I'll leave those over here on top. So, not feeling this love. I'm wondering, so there's that saying, if pigs could fly. So I'm wondering if I take some wings. That seems too little. So maybe this, a flying pig. Like that. I don't know about this. You want the spiders, Sandy? I love this. So maybe that. Now look, here's some more spiders. Scorpions and spiders. Do you like those? That's cool. Let's see what else I have here. Oh, this little skeleton rabbit. And this horse. I'm not going to use the horse. I like the skeleton rabbit, to be honest. I might have to think about that. I love this idea. I don't like the color of the wings. I want something brighter than that. So let me see if I have something brighter. These are orange ones. I feel like these wings are backwards though for what I want. But I guess that's okay. Maybe that one's a little... I like this one, but this guy's backwards for our pig. These are too little. And these are probably too big. Let's see how I feel about this. Yeah, no. I think we're somehow going to work with this one. So, okay. So, like I said, this is my process. It's totally intuitive. I don't know what we're going to do with any of these. And I'm so not sure about the cupcake with the ice cream on top. But I do love the color. That's what's striking to me, probably. I can't get over because I feel like the wings are backwards. I think we're going to try using this like this. And then, so I had people. Let me look and see if I have any good people that, ooh, the sleeping girl. Okay, I might like that. I might go with that. I can't, oh, they're stuck together. Oh, this is no, too big. All right, I think I'm gonna go with that one. I think that's how I'm going, right there. Okay, so what I will do is cut this off so I can add it to the pig. Maybe this way. And maybe that way. So I'm going to go with that. I do love this cute little pig though. I think he's super cute. He, she, whoever. Okay, so now I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper here. Well, maybe not. We're going to just go with this. So we're going to try not to get glue everywhere. And I'm going to put this little girl down here. Hi, she. How are you? Good to see you. So now let's put this little girl dreaming here. I want the pig to be flying up here. Maybe just like that. So let's put glue on the pig. So now I just love doing this because, you know, when you're feeling less creative, it's a solution to be able to collage, because you can just put things together. It's still creative, and yet you don't have to necessarily get all painted and messy if you don't want to, or if you're short on time and you have things already cut out like this. I laid that down. There we go. Now, typically when you do these cards called Soul Collage, you're not putting words on the page, but you know, I don't follow rules very well. That's one of my things that, you know, I break rules and I'm not good at following them. So I'm going to take my X-Acto blade and I'm just going to trim off the extra here. And then if I need to paint it later, glue it down later better, I will do so probably with something like matte medium. I saw one of these X-Acto blades that moves, that it's got a little mechanism and kind of twist and turn. I thought that was such a great idea. I kind of think it would be a lot easier to use. So I'm just using the edge because this is thicker. I can use the edge as a way to guide my cuts. So I'm just running this lightly, not hard, down the edge of the card. So now, this is my card for today. This is my little girl dreaming about flying pigs. I have this, which I wanted to maybe incorporate somehow, but I don't know if I'm going to. So I'm going to leave this for now. I love this idea of the black and white background and the color on the front. So does this look like something you'd ever do? I love collage so much. So not everybody does, and that's okay. I mean, you know, I like a bunch of things that are available to me artistically, like different things. But to me, these are, you know, I don't make greeting cards. Isn't that funny? So I mostly make things that I'm going to hang or, you know, are journals. I've been recently thinking about giving journals to friends, making journals to give away. So things like this are something that I would do for a journal cover maybe. But, you know, this is my taste, right? I love this. That doesn't mean my friends are going to love it, you know? So I try to be mindful of that. Sometimes you can make things and, you know, give them to people. So I knit and all kinds of things like that. And sometimes people don't appreciate the homemade gifts. So I'm selective. I hold these things close to my heart. So I don't always make things and give them away, like cards and things like that. But it would be fun to make cards or do a card exchange with people. You could do artist trading cards, which are smaller, or you could do something like this. It'd be kind of cool to do like gift exchanges like that with people. So this to me is the perfect thing to do when you don't know what else to do. I love to sit down. It's very soothing and calming to me to sit down with a magazine, pull out images that I think I love, and cut. Like just sitting to cut is so soothing. And I think that's the best part of creating is when you can find your thing, your flow, the thing that makes you, you know, lose your mind kind of. And by losing your mind, I mean by letting go of the everyday worries and you just sit there, and it's like a meditation to me. So even doing repetitive art like coloring mandalas or making marks, like getting papers and just making marks all over papers to use as collage fodder or ephemera, you know, that sort of thing. Like anything I can get lost in, you know, go mindless, go blank, not thinking about much. It's such a great thing to do, I feel. And I do that for the times when I just need to escape, I guess. So I find these things relaxing. So making collages is one of my very favorite things to do. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And we will talk later, and hopefully we'll have more subjects like this. I really love the way this came out. I would have liked it to be a little more color poppy, but you know, this is where your paint pens and things could come in. You could, you know, embellish all of this yourself. So this is the fun of doing something like this. This is, like I said, this is Soul Collage, but I just sort of made it my own. And you can read the process in her book. You can find information online, or you can take one of their Soul Collage classes. I do believe that Sina Frost has passed away, but she has a foundation or something that carried on the classes. So I find these very beneficial. see you next time. Bye, Sandy. Bye, She. Take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.